So, full disclosure, not only is this going to be a rant, but it is going to be a lengthy one. So, if you do not have the capacity to keep up, feel free to keep scrolling. But if you are a melanated person in the United States of America, please do your best to stay tuned because I'm doing this for us. So as I was scrolling, I came across this stitch in which the original poster asked, aside from Black men, what would you blame for the problems in the Black community? And the person who stitched the video was like, no, there is no aside from Black men. Black men are the problem. And there were a lot of other stitches that said the same thing. Some said it was Black women. Some said it was the government. Some said it was lack of education. Now, to me, the answer is very simple, but also very complex, because I feel like there is one singular issue that is damaging the Black community, but it manifests in so many different ways. In my personal opinion, the most prevalent and most detrimental issue in the Black community is our lack of solidarity. We do not have a unified goal. We do not stick together. And because we do not stick together, we are vulnerable to attack. And we have to be mindful that those attacks are not only coming from people outside of the community, they are coming from people within the community as well. Could you imagine how different things would be if we all decided to prioritize the Black community? If we thought about how our actions affected not only us, but our people as a whole? But too many people are only focused on themselves. I have to succeed. I got to look out for me and mine. And that individualistic mindset is tearing us apart. I posted a video a while back saying that I was pro-Black and I supported all Black people. And y'all was trying to eat me up in them comments, talking about you can't be pro-Black if you support Black cops. You can't be pro-Black if you support Black conservatives. And the point I was trying to get y'all to understand is that none of that shit really matters. And I know that sounds really triggering for a lot of people, but it is the truth. None of that shit matters. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter what your political stance is. It doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. None of that shit is relevant. What matters is what you are doing to and for the Black community. It does not matter what political party you claim to represent. What does matter is that when you go to the polls, you are not just voting based on a party. You are looking at the policies and seeing which ones are actually going to benefit our community. It doesn't matter that you're a cop. What matters is that you are using your position to advocate for our community, to speak up when you see injustices happening, to make sure that we are not being abused and disrespected by people who are allegedly there to protect us. The only thing that actually matters are your actions. Are they helping or hurting our community? If what you are doing is helping our community, then nothing else matters. I support you. But if your actions are going to cause damage, if your actions are going to cause harm, if your actions are directly working against the Black community, then fuck you. Because let's be for real. If your ultimate goal is to help the Black community, it is going to show. It is going to show in the way that you carry yourself. It is going to show in the way that you interact with other Black people. That is something that people seem to forget. The Black community is comprised of Black people. So in order to help the Black community, you have to genuinely care about helping Black people. But again, that brings us back to the issue of selfishness. And the craziest part about that to me is that it is a learned behavior. By nature, we are kind, caring, generous people. Take a look at how much the Black community has actually changed over the past century. When we went from having our own to trying to get a piece of theirs, we started losing sight of our values. I have said multiple times that I feel like desegregation did more damage to the Black community than good. Once we joined their race, we went from seeing each other as teammates to seeing each other as the competition. It was no longer about seeing our community as a whole progress. The goal was now to get as close to whiteness as possible. I challenge anyone to show me a community that treats each other the way that we treat each other, the way that Black men treat Black women, the way that Black women treat Black men, the way that we disrespect each other so loudly and so publicly. Of course, other people are looking down at us. We are giving them permission to. Our lack of unity makes us easy targets, and that puts us at a disadvantage. Now, if you are still rocking with me at this point, firstly, thank you. But there are two things that I'm going to need you to do for me. One, I need you to interact with this video. Like, comment, share, whatever it is. We already know that this algorithm does not like to see Black positivity. If we are promoting Black unity, we need to be proactive about it. 2, I need you to do a self-evaluation. What can you do to contribute to the Black community? I am not asking you to make any major life changes. I am not asking you to go out of your way. But with where you are and what you have right now, what contributions can you make towards the Black community? If we want to see the change, we first have to be the change.